Hello my lovies and welcome back to another fast video on my channel where I'm going to be doing a different video. A video I think I might moving into every few weeks. I might do a video like this instead of like a monthly wrap up. Who knows, I might do a monthly wrap up and then change like my TBR video to like a currently rating. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work yet. But this is the first month where we're just going to be talking about, I'm breaking this month up into like 2 weeks of reading and then like the rest of writing and for the month of August. But we're also going to talk about the books that I kind of read in July. I only read 2 books in July. Yeah, I read 2 books in July. So we're going to talk about those books and then we're going to move on to new things. So it's kind of sad that I only read 2 books, but it's okay. I have 1 book here that it's actually here, and then I have a book that I'm going to be inserting a clip, like a picture of on the side. Yeah, okay. Now we understand. The first book we're going to talk about is The Girls by Emma Cline. Emma Cline wrote The Girls in 2016, and it was a smash hit. She got it was really praised by a lot of people. Lena Dunham is on the back of this. What? Okay, that's not shocking. I did not like this book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I skimmed the last 100 or so pages of it because that's how much I was kind of like over it. It's not that very long either. It's like 300 and something pages, like 352 or so. And then the ending was really rushed. I personally would not really recommend this. I'm recommending it to my mom because she likes this type of stuff. I'm also recommending it to my dad and my sister. So, I guess I would recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend it super much. Now, this other book we're going to talk about, I'm going to recommend a lot, and that is Wilder Girls by Roy Power. This is brand new. I don't think she is a debut author. I need to read anything else that she's ever written, though. I'm very curious to see if she is one. I don't think this is a debut author. But then again, I could be wrong. No, well, hold on. I don't know. Okay. What? It doesn't say. Like, it's just bringing up... Like, she's an author. Just give me the books that she read. Wait, just the books she read. Okay, maybe it is a debut author. Am I wrong? This was amazing. This is about a group of girls who get sent to an island for school and things like that, and then a horrible disease starts taking over the body, and they start developing these type of things where, like, I don't remember what they're called, tox, and they start developing these different things. Like, one girl loses an eye, if one girl has gills, some people have like razor sharp claws. Like, it's so interesting. It is a mixture of like my gosh, I can't think of what it's called. It's like a mixture of the boys. What is that called? Where they get stuck on the island. It's an old book, really, really old. I can't think of what it's called. And also Society really reminded me of this as well. Just really dark, really, really good. I highly, highly recommend it if you have not read it before. Honestly, it's going to be my probably top 10 books of the year going forward. And I just lent it out to a friend, and I was like, you need to read this. I listened to it as an audiobook. I don't really recommend the audiobook as much as I would recommend reading it personally, as I would want to reread this again, like actually reread it. Because there's the character of Wyatt, who has a voice inside the audiobook later on in the novel. You get to hear from Hattie a lot, but Wyatt is like somebody else you get to hear from. And the person who voices Wyatt is so horrible that like I couldn't stand her voice personally. So yeah. But with that being said, that ends like the recent reads portion, since there's only 2 books to talk about. I had 1 5-star and I had 1 3-star. They're both thrillers. So yeah, moving on, we're going to talk about the books, the very large stack of books that we're going to be reading for 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of August. And then when that is over, when I get done reading all these, I'll have vlogs that cover reading vlogs and things in August. But when I get done reading all these, we'll come back and I'll talk about them in like a recent reads video. Then we're taking a break from reading for a little bit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to do 24-hour readathon. I thought maybe. So some of these books are getting pushed over from what I was going to do for the reading rush, which was already over by the time you see this video. And I didn't partake in the reading rush because of NaNoWriMo, just took up all my attention. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But either way, we're going to be talking about And the Ocean Was Our Sky by Patrick Ness, illustrated by Ravana Kai. And honestly, I have no idea what it's about except whales being hunted, I think. It's a book that's going to take me no time to read, and honestly, it's been on my TBR for a long time now, so I'm very, very excited to read it. I don't really have a lot of opinions about it. Another book that I hope to finish this month, but honestly cannot promise because of the fact that it gets me so anxiety-ridden, which is so interesting because I'll bring it up. And that is Again But Better by Christine Rico. Christine Rico is one of my favorite booktube authors. Whatever you call it, booktubers of like all time. She made me excited to write again. I have so much love for this novel, even though I've only read the first like 40 pages. But Shane has a extreme anxiety in this novel, and I never read a book that is so much more like my anxiety than Shane's is. And so it makes me keep wanting to put it down. So I read like 10 pages, I get really anxious, and I put it down, type thing. So it's a mix of if I'm going to be able to finish it or not. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe the audiobook is the better way to go. I really want to read it though, is the problem. Like I really want to sit down and like really read it, not listen to it. So we'll have to wait and see, but it is on my list of books. There's a lot of books here, so we'll see. Next one is something I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to this month, but it's a hope, and that is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, as this is going to take me a long time to listen to. It's a 27-hour audiobook that'll take me quite a while to listen to, so I'm just putting it on the list as something I want to get to eventually, so we'll see if it actually pops up in my recent reads video. If so, my prediction for this is a 5-star read, but Harry Potter does disappoint me quite a bit, so debatable. I do want to mention I've never read Harry Potter before. I'm going through the series like this, and book 6 is the number that I'm on. I finished book 5 last year, or the beginning of this year. So, we have The Walking Dead Compendium 2, which I'm going to read one of these a night. This is my nighttime reading. I'm not reading anything else in the night. I'm just going to read one volume of this until I get done with The Walking Dead. It's over. I have all the issues here since my mom's fiance collects them. And so, yeah, we're just going to go through compendium after compendium. And that's what we're going to do. I'm currently on volume 2 of this one, so hopefully I can get through it. I think there's 10 in here, maybe 12. It's going to take me a little bit, but this one should be done by the time I get done with my recent reads. Since I'm already reading this already, by the way, I'm just telling in the future. A book that I want to finish, because I've already started, that is Love, Rosie by Celia Ahern. It is a book of letters, which is really easy to read, so that's good. So, that's one of the first books I'm picking up. It's probably one of my last books I pick up, because it's going to be really in-depth with, like, what I want to do with my own story that I'm writing, which is why a few of these are romance-based novels, since I'm going into a contemporary romance, an adult contemporary romance. Either way, I'm very, very excited to read this. Still don't understand why it's so big, but I'm enjoying it as it is. The movie is amazing, and my goal is to finish it before the movie gets taken off Netflix, so I gotta figure out what the date is so I can read it by then. Next one, guys, she's a huge one. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it all in the time period that I put myself through, but I do own this book in a hardback. It's been on my TBR for God knows how long, and yeah, the hardback scares me, so I figure the paperback might be the better way to go. So that's what we're trying. And that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, since I really want to get back into the series, as I've been dying to read a Sarah J. Maas book here for a while. And, yeah, this is, I heard, the best she's ever written. So I'm just very, very excited to read it, guys. I do own it as a hardback, but I got the library version as a paperback, because that's what we do here. Moving on. Next book I did finish, so I guess that would go with my recent reads. It's fine, I'll talk about it here. I read a few of these. I didn't read all of them, but Don't Call Me Crazy, 33 Voices, start the conversation about mental health. I read some really interesting things in here. I think this is a perfect book. I think anybody should pick it up, and everybody should read some of it, maybe not all of it. All of it has to do with greatness, and I think everything comes from a very good place, and there's nothing in here that's super offensive or anything like that either. It all is just relatively great, and I think it opens up so many conversations that needs to be had with family members or anything that has to do with any of that stuff. So I'm very grateful for it. I just didn't like all of them, and so I skimmed through quite a few. I'd say probably about 20 of these I skimmed through, but I did read the other like 13 or so. Maybe a little more than that. I don't know. Either way, it's like a 4-star read for me. I don't know. I probably won't rate it. If you've seen my rating video, which, if you guys are curious how I rate my books, I'll, of course, link it probably down below in every video, how I rate my books. But that should be up already on my channel. If not, it should be up tomorrow. I think it's already up on my channel though. And I think this would fall in the category of me not wanting to rate it because of the type of book it is. Probably won't get a rating, but yeah. The last book is my current read. At the moment, I should be done with it by the time this video comes out though, and that is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. This is such an interesting book. I read it because I wanted to read some characters that are just truly evil. And honestly, truly evil character is our main character here. Which his name is what is his name? I don't remember. Alex. And he's a truly vicious, horrible character. And so I'm like 30 or so pages into it. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really hard to read since they have their own brain, since it is it's a true psychological book as you're written. It's from a mind of a crazy person, and like this is the most crazy I've ever read, and I'm really liking it. Shouldn't take me too long to read. I'm very excited. Now, I do want to mention that these are just my current like physical reads. I might jump into an audiobook or something else like that in case someone does pop up. I want to read Saving Zoe, but I might not read it. I don't know. I've heard some really mixed things about it since I kind of put it out there that I wanted to read it. Either way, this is the goal. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon with another video soon. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, don't comment below, hit subscribe button. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching.